The most harmless friendship that ruined everything? I was scrolling through my notifications when a friend request popped up from someone named Mia. I clicked on her profile, and suddenly it hit me. Mia from 8th grade. My first real love. We had been inseparable that time. Then her family moved across the country, and in those pre-internet days, we lost touch completely. I mentioned the friend request to my fiancée Hannah while we were making dinner. Mia? The girl you were obsessed with as a kid? She asked. I'd told her those stories before. How devastated I was when Mia moved away. How I'd written her letters for months until her replies became shorter and eventually stopped. Yeah, that's her. Weird seeing her pop up after all these years, I said. Are you going to accept? Hannah asked. I don't know. Maybe? Hannah shrugged. Sure. Why not? It's just Facebook. I accepted the request that night. By morning, Mia had sent a long message about how she'd never forgotten our friendship, how she'd regretted losing touch, and how she'd thought of me often over the years. I showed the message to Hannah, who read it with raised eyebrows. Wow, she's enthusiastic, she said. We were really close back then, I explained. It was a big deal when she moved. Hannah nodded but didn't say more. I replied to Mia's message with a friendly update about my life, my job as a graphic designer, my upcoming wedding to Hannah, our plans to buy a house next year. Mia responded almost immediately, sending pictures from her life in Seattle. She was divorced, no kids. Soon we were messaging daily. It was like talking to someone who held pieces of myself I no longer had access to. Hannah noticed, of course. How could she not? I was constantly checking my phone, smiling at inside jokes from 20 years ago. A month into our renewed friendship, Mia mentioned she had a conference in our city the following month. She suggested meeting for coffee. I said yes without hesitation, then felt a strange flutter of anxiety afterward. When I told Hannah, she put down her fork and studied me across the dinner table. We had our first real fight that night, ending with Hannah sleeping on the couch. The next week was tense. Hannah didn't mention Mia again, and I found myself hiding my conversations with her, which only made me feel more guilty and defensive. Mia and I moved our conversations to WhatsApp. She sent me a playlist of songs we used to love in middle school. I found myself listening to it constantly. The day before Mia's visit, Hannah and I had another argument. I don't even remember what started it. Something small and stupid that escalated because of all the unsaid tension. She ended it by asking directly, "Are you in love with her?" "What? No, that's ridiculous. She's just a friend from a long time ago. This is insane," I snapped. Hannah looked at me sadly. "You know what's insane? You've shown more excitement about having coffee with her than you have about our wedding in months." I met Mia at a coffee shop downtown the next day. We hugged awkwardly, then spent the first hour sharing stories about our lives. It was nice, but not earth-shattering. 2 hours later, walking through a nearby park, something shifted. Mia stopped and turned to me. "Do you ever wonder what would have happened if I hadn't moved away?" she asked quietly. The question hung between us. In that moment, I could see the path clearly. Not just what might have been, but what I was risking now. "I used to," I said honestly, "but I don't anymore." I got home that evening and found Hannah packing a suitcase. "How was coffee?" she asked, not looking at me. "It was," I searched for the right word, "clarifying." She paused, finally meeting my eyes. "I need some time," she said. "I'm going to stay with my sister for a few days." She left that night. I deleted WhatsApp from my phone and unfriended Mia on Facebook without explanation. 3 days later, I showed up at Hannah's sister's apartment. "I choose you," I said when she opened the door.